Hello and welcome everybody back to my glorious little YouTube channel here in the corner of the internet. I'm everyone's favorite internet nobody, Nismospoolin, and today we're going through the game that I solo queued from Platinum to Diamond in. Again. But anyway, lack of competent teammates aside, this is basically what you have to do if you don't have a constant teammate or teammates that can always play the game with you. Now, with a more casual player or somebody, you know, that's got other stuff to do besides always play video games, obviously, they're going to be able to find people to play the game with all the time. You know, you go to school, you come home, your friends also come home from school, give your friends a cool, hey, let's play some Apex Legends, maybe some rank, we'll get some RP. But for somebody like me that spends every single day doing stuff like this, sometimes it's hard to get people on my schedule to do things like this. And I figured it would be a good breakdown to show people that maybe that are in the same situation that I've been in or a similar situation, how they can solo queue themselves to the rank that they want to be at. Now, this isn't the rank I want to be at. I've been Diamond many times before, and it's usually just like a casual thing, because I'm not diving so deep into Apex Legends anymore like I was before. So I just kind of get to a rank, and then I'm like, okay, that's cool. Next season, maybe we'll go a little bit higher. Maybe not. Who knows? And sometimes games come out that I want to play or want to make content on, and Apex Legends kind of takes the back seat. But as of right now, this has been my main game that I've been playing. This has been my main game that I've been making content on. And let's just kind of dive into it and see what's going on. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll dive into the nitty-gritty of what makes solo queuing in ranked Apex Legends such a delightful experience. Now, you might have noticed, I don't know if you can hear it very well, my teammates are not communicating with me whatsoever. I'm the only person doing any kind of communication. And that's pretty important. In any kind of game with any kind of rank mode, you need to communicate with your teammates so that they know what's going on through your eyes. If you're all communicating and you're all looking at different directions, you're all looking at different things, that's so much more information that you can give to any one person on your team at any given time. But solo queue, it's just really difficult to get people talking. And especially in Apex Legends, you come into that scenario where you've got too many cooks in the kitchen and not enough people that want to take orders or do anything that you say. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians, I think is the saying. When I go into solo queue, I take the idea that I'm going to be an Indian. I'm not a chief. It doesn't matter how much I know about the game. It doesn't matter how much I've played the game or how high of a rank I've been or what kind of tournaments I've played in. It doesn't matter to them. Because to them, they're the superstar. And if you tell them to do something or you say that your idea is better, they're usually going to reject it, or they're going to botch that idea or that play, and then they turn into Captain Hindsight and tell you that the reason that we lost or the reason that something went wrong was because of your cool, and it's just a terrible experience. So I usually just play the Indian role, and I let them figure out where we're going. I let them engage into fights. I let them do this, that, and the other. But it is incredibly important to know when to hold them and when to fold them in Apex Legends, especially with solo queue. And as you can see here, we're falling back. There's 3 other teams here in this one section, all fighting. Luckily, all their eyes weren't trained on us. So we had the opportunity to break away from it. There's no sense, no reason no benefit in staying there, because you're just like, sooner or later, everyone is just going to snap to you, and then you've got, all of a sudden, you've got 2-3 teams focusing on just your team, and you're gonna get overpowered and you're gonna lose. Once we realized that, I mean, it took us too long to realize this, but once we realized that this is a fruitless situation, we immediately get out and we go find some place to set up camp for the very end of the round. And that's what you kind of got to do in solo queue. Everyone's got to kind of get together and figure out what gets us to the end of the game in the most effective way. What stops you from losing points? At the end of the day, any points gained, even if it's 1 RP, is a positive. And you should take that into account, especially in Platinum and Diamond, where the cost of entry for every game is so much higher. You want to be able to mitigate that point loss as much as possible before you even start thinking about KP and stuff like that. Because at the end of the round, you're going to be forced to get KP. So why not wait until you've zeroed out your entry cost before you start taking risks? So we've pushed up pretty far here, but the zone has pushed us, and there's less likelihood of a team coming up from behind. But I think a team does actually come up from behind here, and that's when we make the move or the decision to get out of dodge and go find somewhere a little safer to play, a little better. Yeah, a team comes up from behind, or no, one guy jumps off, goes that way. So, like I said before, we've been here way too long. And if these were 2 people that I queued with, 2 people that I'm friends with, or 2 people that I know how they play, I would have said to get out of this forever ago. But my communications seem to be falling on deaf ears when I say, hey, we should do this, or hey, we should do that. I never command anybody to do anything. I never say definitively, this is what we should do, and this is what we're going to do. I make suggestions, and if I don't get a reply, I just kind of start doing it and hope that they follow along. And if they don't, that's their own fault. They could die on their own, and I will rat the rest of the game out. I'm not above ratting a game out for RP. I'll do it. I don't care. So now we start moving off to a different spot. We've got no eyes trained on us. To be honest, I don't know how we survived all of that. I didn't even get a kill. I just peppered a bunch of people. And we go looking for a better place to be. Now this right here is the turning point of when the team starts communicating. For whatever reason, at 9 squads left, negative 17 RP, people start to click. And we start to have a little bond together where we're like, okay, we've survived this long. We're going to go kind of find out where we can be, where we can mesh well together, where we can use our characters' abilities and ults to get us to the end of this game and either get points or win the entire game. So, without any communication, this Wraith just takes the reins and makes a play that was really freaking good here. So she decides, all right, we're going to get out of dodge because we're in the middle of another 3 teams again. And an ultimate. And I'm going to portal us out of here and we're going to go to a nice safe place over here in the fractals. Sorry, I'm still overcoming a cough. So now that we've made that decision, and every time that crypto pulls out his drone, I cover him without saying anything. As soon as that crypto pulls out his drone, I'm just walking around him and making sure that no one gets a shot off on him. If they get a shot off on me, that's okay because I'm like present and I can heal and I can fight back. But the crypto messing around with his little drone can't do that. So I make a decision to go into this overpass because I feel like there's less angles of attack for other players to get to us. And then I think, oh yeah, that's right. I've got a jump pad. Let's try to go up top here. Now I fail. So I hit it again and go somewhere else, which was dangerous because other teams could have heard us hitting that jump pad and come and taking a look, but they didn't. What I should have done at this point is destroyed that jump pad so nobody else can come up. I didn't think about that at the time. I was in the moment. I'd been playing for going on 6 hours. I'd been winning and losing RP all night long, and I just wanted to get this over with. And I didn't think about destroying the pad, but I should have. I should have destroyed that pad as soon as we all got up there. Should have taken it out. But it didn't end up coming back to bite me in the ass, but it could have. So now I'm just peppering. I'm just getting damage in, because I want my red armor for the end of the game. I'm not looking to kill anybody here. I'm just looking to pepper in some damage to get that red armor so that when push comes to shove and the circles are closing in and we're all forced to fight one another, I have the best or the most armor that I can get. You know, so I can take the most damage at the end of the game. So I'm just peppering. Peppering it up. Not wasting any shotgun shells, because obviously shooting a shotgun on range is dumb. And that was my plan for the end of the game. Okay, I'm out of ammo. I've still got the shotgun with all the rounds that I could possibly need. We're good to go. So we're just hanging out up here. We've all come to the conclusion that this is the safest place for us to be. We've got this wall to our left that protects us from the people over to our left. We've got the high ground from the people to our right, and they can't get above us into that building and look down on us from that building over there because there's walls in that little garden area, and they can't climb over and see us. And that window is blocked off by the zone, and they would take damage if they went into that. And if they put a
they're about to go in there and fight that.
One of those zone bubbles in there, we would see that and hear it, and we would be able to turn around and take shots at them up there in the window. And they wouldn't be able to stay up there for very long. Now, the Wraith pops down there to get a little bit of damage on some people. And that's a really, really, really risky play, especially at this point, for her to go down there and start taking shots. So I start peppering as many of those people as I can and agitate them so they're not looking at my Wraith who's trying to jump pad back up to where we're at. If they're constantly dodging bullets for me, they don't have as much focus on the Wraith that's trying to freaking jump back up to where we're at and get back to where we're going. My entire focus for solo queuing ranked is to protect the other players on my team. I want them to be able to shine, whether they're good or bad. Because if they die, we're one player down, obviously. That's a given. So now we got this team Valk ulting onto us. And I didn't realize that they'd landed down there at the end. I was a little bit lost in the sauce. So they landed down there at the end of this little road here. And I was completely oblivious to it. So I'm just still checking down there. So I'm peppering down on these people, trying to get my red armor. And I start getting obliterated by this dude. Now, let me pause that and go back. And you can see how I move my character once I start getting shot at, because it's actually pretty important. So, I start getting shot at, and you notice that I immediately look down, which makes my player character model look down, which puts my head hitbox in a different position than where it was before. So I look down, and I move unpredictably to the only cover that I can find. My teammates protect me here from those two, and they all run away using a jump pad while I'm healing. They saved my bollocks there. But looking down and then kind of getting out of moving in unpredictably and getting out of dodge is what saved me from getting shot in the head and taking more damage than normal. So the zone starts to close on these people. They're stuck in this little bottleneck. So I'm just getting free shots on them the entire time. And I'm okay with this. I didn't realize that that was my crypto wall going off, so I got freaked out, and I ran back to my team, because I was like, no, I gotta protect the team. But it was ours, so I didn't take any damage. And I'm just taking pop shots now, because we're in the safest place in the game. We've got ultimate high ground. We've got 2 teams to our left down there, and 1 team to our right down there. And I can just pop over, take some shots, pop down, heal, reload, go back at it. So there's nothing that these people can do about me. So I've got a couple of kills now, and there's still another 2 teams that are fighting one another while we're just casually playing. And I think I want that ammo down there in those boxes if I can get to it. I don't. all I had for ammo was shotgun shells, so I was just like, oh, maybe I could pepper someone down there with some shotgun shells. But I tell my teammate, the Wraith, I want to go down there and I want to get some ammo out of those boxes, and she makes the portal for me. Go down there, quick snatch and grab on some ammo, blah, 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 blah. Back up I go. Easy. Now I'm in the prime position to win this game. I've got ammo, I've got shields, I've got ultimate high ground, and I've got 2 other teams fighting one another down below. So I'm not the focus of those 2 other teams, and I've got everything I could possibly want. So I just start going up there and peppering. Just abusing them. Just being annoying. I'm not doing it for kills. I'm doing it to be annoying. So that the other team that's down there also starts shooting at them. Or the other player. I think it's just one player at this point. So there's 2 people hiding behind that pillbox right there. I know that. I know there's only 2 squads left, so I just gun it. There's only 2 players. They've been peppered up. The Valk's super low, so I just go shooting at that one. I go over the fractal. Blah, 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 blah.
We did it, boys.
We got him. It's GG.
Diamond, chat. We're done. It's over.
Platinum is over with. We get out of the game. And that's just a pretty comprehensive... This is how every solo queue ranked Apex Legends game should go. You should go in there with the mentality that you're not the leader, that you're not the chief. Go in there with the mentality that you're the Indian.
Dude, Moonrock did almost 2k damage.
Protect your teammates as best you can.
Please, video game.
Just focus on doing damage to get yourself the armor upgrades that help
Get me the fuck out of there.
in the end game, and just fight for survival until that little RP indicator in your top right clicks over to 0. Once it clicks over to 0, you can start taking more risks because you're not losing anything. So yeah, that's it. That was just a quick solo queue rank game that got me from plat to diamond. It took me 6 hours, going back and forth, losing RP, gaining RP, losing RP, gaining RP. But that was an ideal game. That was an ideal situation where it started out kind of grim because nobody was talking to anybody. Nobody was communicating. People were just kind of going about their own merry way. But I believed in my teammates, and I just protected them every chance that I could. And I didn't take unnecessary risks. I didn't dive into fights that I didn't know that I could win. I just peppered stuff. Pepper. Grabbed as many shields as I could. Grabbed as much armor as I could fit into my backpack. And as you can see, it worked out great. If you want to see more videos like this, I kind of want to do a solo queue diamond to master. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys for the next video. Hopefully another one of these where I go breaking down more games to show you guys how to get into masters. Been there before. Shouldn't be that hard. All right. Have a fantastic day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is to you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.